Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Grilling season is in full swing and today I wanted to share with you my recipe for juicy and delicious grilled pork chops served with grilled peaches. And if you've never had pork and peaches before, you are totally missing out on one of the best flavor combinations. You get the sweet, juicy peaches combined with a tender and flavorful pork. It is a match made in heaven. We'll start by marinating our pork chops in a mustard, garlic, thyme, maple syrup, whiskey sauce. Get those on the grill along with some quartered peaches, and then we'll serve everything over a bed of simply dressed arugula. You guys are going to love everything about this dish. It is so incredibly flavorful, really captures all those incredible flavors of summer, and it's super easy to make as well. For the full list of ingredients and the printable instructions, don't forget to head on down into that video description box and over to my website. I'm going to have everything online there for you guys. Meanwhile, let's get started on this incredible dish. We'll get things started with a delicious mustard marinade that pairs really well with pork chops and just pork in general. I recommend having these chops marinated for at least an hour or two, but ideally, if you have the time, let them sit in the fridge overnight to really allow those flavors to get to work. For the marinade, we're going to start with the zest of 1 lemon. Just add that into a little mixing bowl. Squeeze in some of that lemon juice. We need about 3 tablespoons. I've got a really big lemon today. Next, add in 1 tablespoon of whole grain mustard, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of fresh thyme, 2 teaspoons of sea salt, about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Measure out a little bit of whiskey or bourbon. This is going to add lots of great flavor. Should do about 2 tablespoons. Lots of ground black pepper. Time for some garlic. I usually do about 4 to 5 garlic cloves. You can either press them or grate them using a zester like I'm doing today. Pour in about 1/4 cup to 1/3 cup of avocado oil. Since this is going on a grill, I want to use an oil that has a higher smoking point, and then give this all a really good whisk. You guys are going to love this incredible mustard marinade for pork. You could also use it for chicken, and you can use it for a variety of different cuts, the flavors, the aroma. It is such a great sauce. Today I'm going to be using some gorgeous bone-in pork chops. This will also work really well with boneless pork chops if that's all you have. I'm going to be using my Ziploc bag method again for today's recipe. I do this also for my tri-tip. Place the meat inside of a Ziploc bag and then pour in the marinade, and that way everything's just really tightly packed together, allows that marinade to really do its work. Pour this marinade roll right over the pork chops. And then just make sure that each piece is really well coated. Seal up the bag and then sort of massage that marinade so the pork chops get really well covered. These pork chops are going off to the fridge to marinate for at least an hour or 2, or you can leave them in there overnight for best results to get all those incredible flavors. Meanwhile, I'm going to clean up here real quick. We're going to quarter up some peaches, and then I'm going to preheat my outdoor grill. I like to have mine preheated to at least 500 degrees Fahrenheit in a good 15 minutes so those grates are really nice and hot before we add our food. We'll place our peaches onto a little baking sheet. I like to coat them with a little bit of avocado oil before they hit the grill. Grab a little pastry brush. The peaches are going to cook faster and they'll be done before the pork chops. Just take them out, set them back onto the tray, keep them nice and warm until we're ready to serve. We need to cook our pork chops until they reach an internal temperature of 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And the cooking time will really depend on if you're doing the bone-in or the boneless and the thickness of your pork chop as well. These are about 125. This thinner one's almost done. I'm gonna move that one up to the top here. But once you take the pork chops off the grill, just set them onto a board, let the meat rest for a good 10 to 15 minutes before slicing. Let's make a really simple arugula salad to go along with the pork chops. Just grab a few handfuls of arugula lettuce. I'm gonna add a squeeze of lemon juice, a bit of olive oil. I also like to add a touch of ground black pepper, and then just toss this all together. Super easy, light, refreshing, and it pairs really well with the peaches and the pork. I wanted to slice into one of these so you guys can see just how juicy these pork chops are on the inside. Oh, check out that incredible texture and the color. When plating, start with the base of that arugula salad. Just drop it into the middle. Grab that pork chop. You can either pre-slice it or leave it whole. Place it over the bed of your arugula salad. And then drop some of those grilled peaches right along the sides. These pork chops and the grilled peaches smell so good. I love to add some freshly ground black pepper over the top before digging in to enjoy. We're gonna get some of the peaches, a little bit of the pork. Oh, this pork is so incredibly juicy. I know that the camera doesn't quite capture it, but when you guys make these at home, just remember to cook them to about 140 degrees Fahrenheit, retain all that juiciness. Grab some of the grilled peaches. This is like a heavenly combination right here. That bite right there was simply incredible. That pork is so incredibly tender, juicy, flavorful. Get a light hint of that mustard, the maple, the thyme, the garlic coming through. The longer you marinate this, the better. You're gonna get so much incredible flavor. And then paired with those grilled peaches, this is such a heavenly combination and I love it for summertime. I also love how incredibly easy this recipe is and it comes together in no time. This easy dinner dish is going to be on repeat all summer long at my house, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. Don't forget to head on down into that video description box for the recipe link. I have all the details online for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my latest episode, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.